I thought this was interesting. I saw that Kai was and Cooper were in BC, but Cooper was like skiing, but I think Kai was playing hockey or something. Do you know anything about that?
Well, Cooper was just skiing. I was talking to him about that.
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't know what Kai was.
I saw Kai was at like an arena every day. I'm not stalking, it was just on Snap Maps.
So you're not stalking, but you were watching this.
Yeah. I was like, that's kind of cool. They're out in BC.
Can we put this in the
I
podcast?
know, I'm
Yeah,
rolling, so
I'm
keep this.
recording.
He said he would come on eventually too.
All right, well, that was his welcome to the show right there.
Where was it? What city was it?
I don't know. I think it was on the island. I don't know what city it was though.
Oh, I'm looking right now. Nanaimo. I don't know. Maybe he's playing in the BCHL.
But how was he able to do that?
Oh well, they're not actually playing. Like maybe he's just practicing there.
Oh, okay.
I could be in Golden practicing right now, but there's no point.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, we're good to go.
Yeah, let's-
Are you good, Woody? Please welcome to the podcast, Kempville 73 defenseman Gavin Wood. He's going into his third year. I know him from back when I was in grade 9 at Victus. He's played with the most recent guests, Rhoda and Krowicki, so we should have some good stories about them. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, boys. It's nice to be on here. Appreciate it.
So you're playing right now, right?
Yeah, we just started last Friday against Brockville, just playing some showcase games again, and it's so nice to be back on the ice again.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, just saying, like, you can't be a complainer right now. You guys are the only league in Ontario playing. So,
No,
can't
I feel
complain.
very fortunate, especially with everything going on. It's just nice to finally do something again, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for everyone watching the visual, we know it's a bit behind. We got against the island, but that should be okay. Hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. And so kind of the first question is, as you talked about, I know you guys played Brockville, I think, twice so far. How hard was it to jump right into a game after lockdown only ended like a week or two ago?
Oh man, it was hard. It was like the first game in 3, 4, 5 months. Like it was crazy. Like we only had about a week or two to practice, but yeah, it was definitely weird finally playing a game again. But definitely nice getting back into it for sure.
So it's been almost been a year since I was thinking about this morning. Actually, we're heading into March, and March, like, has it?
It's been over a year for me since our Game 7 loss.
Like that's ridiculous, and I'm sure that's the same with you. Even though you're just getting back on, but like it's been a while.
Yeah, seriously. We showed up for camp in August, and then we started playing games in like September, November, and then we got obviously the lockdown happened again, then we got sent home again, and then yeah, finally back now.
Yeah, their league was a little bit different where like they're up in Ottawa, so they had less restrictions than us, just like now. So they were able to play a little bit of exhibition where we never were. So that's the only. So it was a little bit better where they are still is because they're playing right now.
And you're playing with Brock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that? Like we just had him on last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually watched that epi. Crew's a great guy. He's fun to be around off the ice. On the ice, he's obviously a great hockey player, super skilled, lots of potential there, and he's just a great guy all around. Fun to be around for sure.
Just a true hockey beauty, eh? Crew.
Oh man, that guy loves the game more than anything. It's
he
awesome.
loves the slang more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said, I'd love to be a hockey player. Just doing what hockey players do. That's what he said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What did you catch the? I don't think Nate and Keith caught a log. Like he was saying, I was putting on clinics in the outdoor rink.
Yeah.
He was just working really hard.
I saw that.
Like actually putting on clinics for kids.
Yeah. No, he loves the ODRs. I've been with him a couple times up here, and yeah, he goes so hard, and he's tough to keep up with out there on the ODR.
Join his clinics.
I should
Yeah.
definitely join
I
that.
saw it. He's just waiting for the Leaf scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How
you
do you like the Ottawa Valley?
It's good, man. I got no complaints about being up here. It's lots of fun. Obviously, Kemptville's a small town, which kind of like, but Ottawa's only like 30 minutes from here. So when everything opens up, we like to go to the mall down there, go out sometimes to the bars there, and yeah, it's fun. Definitely no complaints.
It's awesome.
Now your minor hockey career, that was you were growing up playing for Waterloo, right? How was that whole experience?
It was awesome. So I grew up playing Waterloo my whole life, and then minor Bantam, actually, I decided to switch from forward to D, and Waterloo didn't have a spot for me, so I actually moved to Kitchener for a couple of years. Not moved, but just switched teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my minor midget year, I came back to Waterloo and played for Sean Dietrich, and that was just an unbelievable experience. Going into my draft year, I was definitely pretty fired up, and yeah, just I loved everything about being a Wolf. The team, we had a great team. We went to OHL Cup. Yeah, no complaints about Waterloo there for sure.
That's awesome. And I'm seeing here, like you played with a lot of like our guests that we've had on. Like you played with Nathan Allison, Kean Washtrick. Yeah, got any good memories with them or?
Just when we were about 7 years old, we were actually line mates on forward, and I carried them, so they can thank me for all their success. But
Kean's doing
just
great.
those two. Yeah, he's actually over in Slovakia right now, I think.
Oh,
we got to get him
yeah.
on. We should get him on again once he comes back. He'll definitely come on again. He was great.
Yeah, no, Washer's a great guy. So was Ali. Those
So
two were
Ali
great.
moved back to D2, right? You guys both moved back to defense?
Yeah, I think he was a year before me. That might be wrong, but yeah, he switched to D2. Obviously, now they're both in the O. They were great leaders on our Waterloo team. They were obviously key parts to our success that year, for sure.
that's interesting. So is he over there like for hockey? Is that what people are kind of doing? Like trying to move wherever they can just to play?
Yeah, there's a lot of the OHL guys and junior guys going to over to Europe just to get some games in, and I honestly don't blame them. I'm sure they're having fun there, traveling the world too. So.
Yeah.
I know if Matt could do that right now,
Oh,
he'd be jumping on that.
Half hours in the OHL. Yeah, there's quite a lot of guys, especially the 03s that are trying to get drafted this year. This is their draft year. They're not getting to play, right? So they need to get their games in.
Yeah.
But so
yeah, those are the guys that feel bad too. Especially like the 20-year-olds too, man. Like last year junior, they're not getting any games in, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah. So a question too we wanted to ask is, so your older brother Kyle Wood, obviously, and I think he's a year older than my brother. So I actually had heard about your brother when I was a little kid, and I had watched your older brother when I was younger. And so what was it like to have an older brother that was the awesome player in minor hockey and had such success in going into the OHL?
It was pretty special, man. Not gonna lie, I just had that experience, I guess, from his years, and I kind of knew it was coming, especially my OHL draft year, and like playing junior, I just have that much more knowledge from him, and I can go to him wherever I have a question to ask, and yeah, I definitely owe a lot of my success to him for sure.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of the times when you have that kind of idol or someone to look up to, people feel kind of pressures to be as good, or you know what I mean, like that pressure for success. Did you ever feel that with your brother?
Maybe a little bit, but not too much. I just kind of use that to my advantage. But yeah, it's definitely fun to have an older brother like that who's successful in hockey. Obviously, he's making a living out of it. But yeah, I'm just trying to use that as motivation. And one day I want to be there too, and yeah, it's special.
It was definitely an interesting dynamic because we had the same kind of thing with we've had Ben Dalpy and Zach Dalpy on, and it was that same kind of dynamic where Zach Dalpe was the older brother, like killing it, and Ben Dalpe was the younger brother, still doing really well, but like kind of had that option and point of view of trying to follow his brother or making his own path, right?
Yeah, definitely. When I was younger, the goal was definitely to go to the OHL just because I wanted to follow him, but that didn't work out. But now just definitely trying to get a scholarship and maybe play pro hockey one day like he is.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll jump into Victus now. Obviously, this is, I don't know, Victus, I've been tagging them. I'm getting nothing from Rose and Matt over there, but because we've talked about them, we've been helping them out a lot because we've all talked about how good we liked it there. But we'll talk about the prep team. We won't talk about the school too much because we talked about that a lot. But we talked about it with Crew and Broda that you guys lost a lot of games in that season. Yet now there's quite a few players that are still playing at a decent level. Like I was on the team with Penner last year, and so talk about the toughness of that season.
Man, we only won like 3 games that year. It was a roller coaster of a year, but I definitely thought I developed a lot. I think it was the best thing for my game to go to that school for sure. Being on the ice every day with Joe Underwood, Brett Heeman, being in the gym with Neil Martin, it was great. Wish the team could do a little better, but definitely traveling to like Halifax, busing with the boys, like a 20-hour bus trip to Halifax. That was unbelievable. That was a great experience, and
20-hour
the
bus
boys
trip.
were great. It was like
that's nuts.
It might have only been 10 actually. I might be wrong on that.
Halifax? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, that's a long trip.
How far is it?
20 to 20. You guys, I remember you guys stopped in like Rimouski or Sherbrooke or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I think you're right. We stopped in Rimouski and we actually caught a QMJHL game.
Oh yeah.
And we left at like 3 a.m. too. That was such a grind.
I can't even imagine.
Oh man, it was so tough. Yeah.
What did you guys do? Just like play games on the bus?
Oh,
or?
it's 19 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
We actually probably slept like half the way.
Oh yeah.
I had a few buddies over the night before we left to Halifax actually, and we had a couple drinks and we stayed up like the whole night until we left for Halifax just so we can sleep on like almost the entire ride.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Now, what did you think you like that whole Victus year too? What was your biggest takeaways? I know you said you had a lot of people you looked up to or at least enjoyed playing with and working out with. Did that help your game at all and influence it?
Yeah, definitely. I think being at Victus kind of helped me prepare for the junior level and practicing every day and then working out every day too. It definitely helped me prepare for the next level, and I kind of got to see it firsthand too. And it just gave me that much more. It just prepared me that much more for my first year junior, and yeah, it was awesome.
So we'll go on to Kempville here, and so the question we want to ask too is, what was the decision like? Obviously, you could play in the Go, which might take a shot at the OHL because you're drafted, I believe, or go up to Kempville. I don't. Kempville's becoming more of an option. I'd say the CCHL is definitely becoming more of a thing now, but I'd say even 2 or 3 years ago, it wasn't as more common as it is now.
Yeah, I think just the plan after Victus, I met with my advisor and was like, yeah, OHL probably won't work out. Like, I went to the Ottawa 67's mini camp after the draft and then decided not to report for main camp. And yeah, just me and my advisor, my family talked about it, just thought about how the NCAA hopefully hasn't happened yet, but how the NCAA might be the better option for me just because I'll be a late bloomer, just give me more time to develop my game. And obviously the CCHL is a good destination for players trying to go to school in the States. And yeah, the season's had a lot of commits in the last couple of years, and it's looking good. So yeah, definitely Kemptville is a good spot to develop. And yeah, it's my 3rd year now, and I've been loving every second of it.
Yeah, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
So what are you kind of looking forward to? Like, what are you trying to get through or out of the season with your time at Kemptville?
Just this season, just trying to get as many games in as possible, and hopefully attract some D1 interest, and I don't know, hopefully go into probably play another year of junior after, and hopefully get a scholarship then.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's kind of our last question. We always wrapped up. What's next for you? You're what are you, 19 maybe now? So what's next? You're obviously trying to get that scholarship, or you planning on staying in Kemptville for another year, hopefully getting a scholarship, or what's your mindset?
Yeah, the plan's definitely to come back to Kemptville. I think I got every opportunity in the world here to succeed, and that's definitely what I look forward to. It's just being a guy to rely on, and I think definitely that'll attract schools, is just being number 1, number 2 D-man on the team. And yeah, hopefully I can get a scholarship next year at some point.
Yeah, well, we definitely wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on. It was great.
Yeah, great talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Appreciate it. It's nice talking to you fellas.
Yeah, you as well.